Well, do I have a video for you? I mean, it's funny, but it's also scary, but it's also kind of a really good example of what people would sue over, right? So before I'm gonna show you this video, I want you to decide, what would you have to see for you to want to sue someone for scaring your child? What would that look like? Because we're gonna see an example of that. And then I also want you to pay attention because we're gonna show you 4 clips of what we're about to talk about here. And it's from a daycare. And these daycare workers are scaring the young children. And the one worker in particular has a mask on. And we're gonna hear from that person at the end of the video. I'm going to show you her apology and you're gonna decide whether you think it's authentic or not. I question it, but let's see how this starts here. But that little girl's terrified. Maybe that's not enough for some people. I can get that. You know, hey, listen, someone scares the kid with a mask. Hey, that's maybe not in and of itself enough. Okay, but what would you have to see? What would your child's face have to look like? Well, let's take a look at this. Oh my gosh, man. Like, that's when it's like, it's funny, it's not though, right? Like, I mean, that little girl is scared. She's really scared. So let's just say, if that's not enough for you, maybe they have to be touching your child to want to sue them civilly. So let's see. Like, that kid's terrified. Whatever's on his plate, peas, apples, whatever it is, he's never eaten that. Whatever it is the rest of his life, he's not eating that. Is that the mask from Scream? I mean, how ignorant are these daycare workers? Now, I did a little bit of digging. So it's from Hamilton, Mississippi. Hamilton has a population of like 530 people. I'm not saying, like, coming from a small population, maybe you have just a narrower point of view. Maybe you think something like that is funny. I'm sure not casting aspersions, but you're just trying to understand why this lady would think, these ladies, because there's multiple ladies that would think something like this would be okay to do to a child.
Are you being bad?
Do I gotta take you outside? And look at that one, eh? Tommy just giggling up a storm over there. Like, if that's not enough for you to want to sue civilly, and so what kind of suit would they get? Well, you'd sue for intentional infliction of emotional distress and assault. Any touching of another is assault. But they also now face criminal charges.
5 former workers at a Hamilton daycare have been arrested in connection with a recent daycare scare video that went viral. These are the 3 people.
So the girl on the far left. As we looked at that, she was the one in the mask, and we're about to see her apology. Now, as I told you at the beginning, you make your own conclusions. We're gonna see 3 different segments here. This first segment, this is the start. So let's see if this is how you would start an apology that was authentic and honest.
You know, those parents are going to put words in their children's mouth, you know, and
blame the parents.
Assume how they're feeling, and there's nothing I can do about it. It's out of my control.
Assume how the kids are feeling. How does anyone know what the kids are feeling other than the parents, right? So, I mean, hey, not off to a great start. And I would say probably passing the blame onto other people's isn't great if you want people to believe your apology either.
All of these teachers knew that it was happening. So
hey, everyone else's fault. I'm not even the main culprit. I'm just the masked culprit.
Somebody's innocent and somebody's guilty.
Come on. Again, it doesn't make you want to believe her, right? And then there's this. And this is the part that I'm kind of like, I'm listening to it and I'm like, okay, maybe.
People are going to have their thoughts about me. And that's out of my control.
I don't know, man. I could see how someone might say, hey, she's totally bullshitting there. I mean, I tend to kind of feel like that's honest. I tend to kind of feel maybe she is just ignorant. You know, you don't know what you don't know. I mean, I know that's hard to believe, but there's a lot of people out there that believe a lot of things that some of us might think are just straight wild, but these people are convicted of. And likewise, there's got to be people that just have gaps in common sense. So again, I mean, the criminal justice system is going to do what it wants with those particular ladies. They're all going to face something. If this is their first charges, they probably will get a fine, some community service. The civil suits are likely going to be filed against little darling Daycare and each one of these workers individually. I mean, why wouldn't you? You know, if it's not for the money, it's just for the principle of it. If someone's going to pull some bull like that with your kids, my opinion, you got to stick up for your kids. And this is the only way you're going to do it, other than meet them at the bike rack, which I know we all would want to, right? But anyways, hey, I appreciate it. Leave a comment, hit the subscribe button. Thank you.